Hey everyone, it's David here. I'm up here at Breckenridge, Colorado. It's a little over 11,000 feet up here. It's middle of June, and as you can see, there's still some snow up here, back here, towards the peaks, and over on the other side, even more. In fact, probably hike up there tomorrow and get a little closer to some of that snow. But beautiful temperatures up here, beautiful time of the year. I love being up here. The air is so clear, it's crystal clear, and the sky is so blue. It's an amazing place to be. I'm going to be doing a short series up here in Breckenridge this week, and the series will be meant to give you the chunks, the pieces of what I've learned in life about starting where I was many, many years ago, and where I am today, and what I've learned along the way. I've learned lots of lessons. I came, out of the racetrack, out of the tracks, so to speak, like most of you, with a vision of what I wanted in life, and very, very quickly, things changed. Not all bad things. A lot of good things happened to me, so this is not about bad things that happen, but life does have a way of changing our plans oftentimes, and that's the thing that sometimes throws a lot of people off course. Threw me off course a little bit at times, but I got back on track. And I think that's the key is perseverance. The ability to stay on track, or know when to move your track from left to right, or 180 degrees sometimes. But you need clarity to do that. You need clarity, you gotta have a focus. You need to cast a vision for what you want your life to be. Now, it doesn't matter where you are in your life right now. It doesn't matter at all. I have doctors who ask me, David, I'm 55 years old. Is it too late for me? I say, well, it's not too late if you plan on living a few more years. I mean, if not, then call it quits. But I'm fully prepared to live maximum life for at least another 30 years plus. That's my goal, God willing, and I'm not going to stop. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. But there was a time in my life when I had to crank it out. Back in the early days when I was first working through school, right, getting through all the licensing and the exams and passing the tests and getting through the chemistry and physics and biology and anatomy and physiology, and then through professional graduate school. There's a lot there. But that's a preparation. That's to prepare us to grind it out, and then getting into practice. A lot of people think that the dream is to have a business. But for most people, having that business, owning that business, really means you own a job. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have to start somewhere in life with working, with trading our labor for a paycheck or for dollars. That's okay. The problem for most people is that they stay on that track of trading dollars, trying for dollars, way, way too long in life. In fact, that becomes their primary mode for living, and they typically inch their lifestyle up as they're able to earn more dollars per hour, but it's a never-ending hamster wheel. It just keeps going on and on and on, and that's not a way to get free. The true way to get free is to have your money, when you have some, working for you. And when you don't have money, there's ways you can utilize other people's money or skill set or experience to also leverage into what you need to have your money working for you. So where do you put your money to make it work for you? A lot of people would say, well, my financial advisor, my CPA, my attorney, whoever says, here, I'll help you do it. Let me put it in the stock market, or let me help you open a 401k so you can save on all those taxes, and we'll put it on Wall Street. We'll give you a 60-40 mix. We'll throw in some annuities, and we'll make this happen for you. Well, I'm very biased, but the problem I have with Wall Street is there's no control. It's a casino. So how do you orchestrate your money to work for you when you have some? I think you've got to get involved in tangible assets. My two favorite are real businesses which mean you as the owner are not the one who has to turn the widgets, do the work, provide the service. That if you do some of that, it's because you enjoy doing that, but not because you have to do it. Not because if you're not there, the business won't succeed. Most people get into business or professional practice, and that's where it ends. It ends right there with that doctor, that person doing all the work. And little by little, on a linear basis, upping their income a little bit at a time. The problem with that is the tax rates in this country, which are never going to go back down, no matter what Donald Trump says, they'll never go back down. Those tax rates are going to continue to go up. So the hardest way, I promise you, the hardest way to become wealthy, and whatever wealth means to you, to me it means having time, but to get wealthy, it's not going to happen if you're trading time for dollars. It can't. It cannot happen. You can maybe have a decent lifestyle, a better than average lifestyle, and you can maybe, if you really script hard and save hard, You can have enough assets to live an okay lifestyle after retirement, but that's the few and far between. But why would you even want to live a meager, okay lifestyle? I hear a lot of financial advisors saying, if you really cut back on your living, and I'm all for being smart about how you live so you can invest your money, but I also believe in living along the way. And if you put everything off for tomorrow or somewhere down the road, you may not get there. Some of the people in your life may not get there. So there's got to be a balance here. But the key balance is leveraging your time, your labor that creates income, leveraging that into capital assets. And your first capital asset probably, if you're listening to this, is your business or your practice. So optimize that practice. Get it cranking money so you don't have to be in there the whole time. And then start taking the extra cash and put it into other assets, other businesses if you like that, or my favorite, you know this by now, is real estate. Real estate is the best place. Been doing it for over 37 years. I trust real estate. I know it like the back of my hand. I'm not afraid of it. I know how to hedge my bets in up markets and down markets. I know it's scary for a lot of people who maybe looked at it, maybe been beat up in the marketplace before, but there's some keys to that. And I'll talk about that, some of the keys to real estate, more on my Freedom Founders group fan page, Freedom Founders group business page. If you'll go there and you want more real estate, go there and I'll give that to you. Here on my personal page, I'm going to give more basic knowledge that's more appropriate for general audience, for everybody. But if you want the real estate, go to the Freedom Founders group business page and I'll give you a lot more nuggets that are very applicable for the real estate side. All right, this is just my intro today. Let's stop it there. I don't want to go too long, and I'll be back this week with more nuggets on how to not only cast the vision, but build the vision, actually start to live it and not wait till someday down the road. Remember, always stay focused on your freedom.